so none of us are sure really what happened, but Tracy Morgan, comedian that we all know, was puking and bleeding from his nose courtside at the Knicks game earlier today. And I'm not a news channel, I'm not a reporter by any means, but I wanted to shoot this video because, like, there's only a few people that I really like. There's only a few comedians that I think are funny. There's only a few people that I feel like we as a society, as a culture, invited into our homes and like really embraced and really loved. And all his movies, this television show, how he already dealt with almost dying 10 years ago. I was like, oh my gosh, we gotta talk about Tracy Morgan because, like, I know it sounds kind of like I'm kind of like hype right now and I'm excited about it. Obviously we don't know what happened besides him puking on the court and bleeding from his nose. But if he was just puking from the court, we'd be like, oh, he might have been drinking. It might have been a late night. But the bleeding from the nose, I'm not any type of expert in any type of medical field or anything, but that just kind of seems a little bit more alarming than normal, right? So I definitely wanted to report on it, right? To a certain degree. I know it was like 10 years ago the Walmart truck almost killed him, and he lost one of his best friends, James McNear. And I think that's something that I wanted to reference specifically because as I show the video of what happened to him just now, I remember watching an interview. I'm not really sure what publication it was, but I watched an interview where he said that after he, was fully aware and came to when they told him that his friend had passed away, he said that he went to YouTube to watch the video of the wreckage. And they asked him why. And he says, well, that's my friend. I really wanted to see what happened to my friend. And that's kind of how I feel right now. I want to see, and people out there want to see what is happening to their friend. They want to make sure he's okay. They are concerned about him. This is not in any type of way other than what's going on with their friend. How is our friend doing, right? So if you can see right there, that's kind of what's happening right now. Not really sure what all this is. Like, he seems okay. They did say that they had to help him off of the floor of the game, which was absolutely crazy. Very, very tough to watch in a lot of different aspects. But I know for a fact, right, that he has a good family structure. I've watched a lot of his stuff over the years, and I think right before the Walmart truck hit him 10 years ago, he was just planning on getting married. Reference his family, they supported him very well, and he was feeling very taken care of. And I know that Walmart also did their due diligence to take care of him and compensate him fairly in the criminal and civil trial the criminal trial against the truck driver, but then also the civil trial against the dude who actually hit him was referenced and taken care of, right? So he had a little. And another reason why I want to shoot this video is because I was watching some comments on X, Twitter, and they were saying that, oh, like maybe this has something to do with his trauma from the car accident because he referenced that he may never be the same after that. The pain will always be there. And I think while that is possible, we have to reference what he mentioned happened to him during the car accident, which was he had head trauma. I believe he broke some ribs, broke his back, was really hard for him to keep walking. Other than that, there wasn't any other internal situations that I believe he mentioned in that reference other than, just like the head trauma, stuff like that. So I do not believe that it is related. But, as they give us updates, as people are reporting on it, the true reporters are reporting on it. I'll give you updates if you are interested in hearing those. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you're very interested in hearing about that. And anytime we get an update, I will shoot another video and kind of let you guys know. Because Tracy Morgan he's just one of those, like, I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys think, but like, he's just one of those, like he's one of those Martin Lawrences to me. He's one of those Steve Harveys to me. He's like Steve Harvey, the game show. We invite him into our home, right? We weekly spend time with Steve Harvey, right? We weekly spend time and go to the cinemas with like Martin Lawrence. And I think like we grew up with Tracy Morgan. He's every much as one of those as we all know and love. And I just wish him the best. I wish him the best. There's not too much information right now about it. But I wanted to get in there and just kind of one, maybe sort of put to rest the idea that it was the Walmart situation that happened to him, because out of everything that we know, it doesn't seem like 10 years later that there would be other internal impacts and traumas that can manifest in this way. It might be as simple as like he was out drinking, something happened. They didn't say it was profusely bleeding out of his nose. It could have just been dry. Like, we don't want to speculate too much, and we don't want to hyperbolic any type of situation. But I definitely wanted to put this out there because this is somebody who, again, for the third time, we've invited him into our home. We know and love him. He's funny as can be. Like, he's funny as can be. He's funny as fuck. So that's somebody who I've always kind of looked at in terms of like some of the top comedians. So well, I'm going to be keeping him in my prayers, and if you do that, I sure he would appreciate you doing that as well. So.